watch the recordings.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that every sentence was in present, past continuous. You have to understand. You are bringing even present continuous in between. So because I did not write, so I'm not able to, but I'm sure there were certain sentences which you need to review, brother.
Okay, sure.
I mean, you said you began with were, then you added something that was the conjugation of the verb with the tense was correct for the first, and then again you shifted into present continuous.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Raj. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you. And how are you?
So far, so good, brother. I mean, ticking along. I think the weather is good. The only thing is, best part, I do not have to switch on the fan, which means things are becoming little interesting in terms of the weather, and this is what I enjoy the most. Is this also one of your favorite season? Winter happens to be one of my favorite season.
Yeah, of course. Winter happens to be one of my favorite season as well.
Good.
And like if I explain to you, last 2 years, like last year we had visited Gangtok in last week of December, and this year we are again going the same area. That we are going Darjeeling, going to Darjeeling. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, this is
so even in winter we find all those places where we would experience most of that. Maybe snow falling as well. Though Darjeeling is not famous for that, but of course we would have that sizzling cold, just sizzling cold there.
Absolutely. And that means this is always done with a purpose, with that intent that we visit those places which are chilly in winter.
Yeah.
And so that we could experience that feeling, right?
Of course.
So very nice. I mean, I have actually met few people like you and your friends who always has this strong rationale saying this, that winter has to be enjoyed in places which are typically cold prone.
Right.
And it depends, because you also have to think, Raj, that now with the virtue of your age,
of course,
you are able to take this decision.
Definitely.
Down the line, after 20-30 years, you will not even dare to think possibly, or if you are in good health or if you are in a position, you may. So Darjeeling is a place which is which you are going to explore for the first time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So tell me more about it. How do you go about planning the trip? How do you do it? Or are you the one always who stays out of this planning and just join the trip only? What kind of person are you? Or you take active participation?
Of course, I take I interest in that part. I mean, the people who decide, like 3 and 4 of us, who decide that, okay, these are the places that we have to cover. So we had already decided two, that one is Meghalaya, and then Darjeeling was missing because last year the main plan was Darjeeling, but after landing in Siliguri, we changed our plan and we went to Gangtok because we had 5 days maybe. So we decided that Darjeeling is just 2 days trip. So what would we do the other days? So why not cover Gangtok in those days? So Darjeeling was left, and that is why we decided that this year we are going to cover that.
Okay, so will it be Darjeeling alone, or it will be Darjeeling and in and around places?
No, only Darjeeling, because we have just 2 days visit.
The 2 days only for the trip?
I mean, 2 days in Darjeeling, and of course 2 days for going and coming back.
Okay,
like
just 2 days, Raj. Okay, so it's a very short trip. That means.
Yeah, of course it is a short trip because Darjeeling is not a place where you can have 4 or 5 days trip. 2 days trip is enough. 2 or 3 days trip
Good
to
enough.
cover
Good enough.
whole of Darjeeling. Yeah.
Only about Darjeeling, 2-3 days is good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Darjeeling has got some fascinating places in and around it, which
Yeah.
are some locations which are offbeat, and they are way more beautiful than Darjeeling. So next time,
Okay.
keep this in mind, because Darjeeling being the hub, so it attracts the major amount of tourists there, right? You have to understand.
Right. Of course.
So the crowd, they do not get dissipated rather.
Right.
As a result of which there is a lot of focus there. And
Yeah.
it becomes claustrophobic sometimes, especially. But during this time, I'm not sure, because I've never visited in winters in Darjeeling. Mostly I have,
Okay.
so I'm not quite sure. So are you a mountain kind of a person, Raj?
Mm,
Or a sea person?
maybe both,
Maybe.
because it's all about experiencing. So I enjoy, like, the first visit was to Uttarakhand, where I enjoyed mountaineering,
Oh.
Kedarnath and other places. And then in South India, I enjoyed the sea as well. So I would enjoy both.
So a blend of both, rather, you can say that.
Yeah, of course.
A blend of both, huh? Okay, great.
A blend of both. Yes.
Blend.
This is nice phrase.
Yeah, nice phrase, right? So, brother, you did not answer that question which I asked. Maybe the question got overlapped with some other question. I had asked you, what do you usually do when you plan a trip on a personal level? And does it differ? I'm adding one more question so that you have space to answer. Does it differ when you are on group trips? Because traveling solo and traveling with the friends, they're completely two different entities, right?
Till date, I have never been on a solo trip.
Okay. So,
Like last 2 years, I have done only the 4 and 5 trips, all with the group of 10 or 12 friends. So somewhere we were 12, somewhere we were 10. So this is how we have covered all the trips till now in last 2 years. And before that, I never had experience of traveling outside, except for giving some examination or some other compulsion maybe.
okay.
So if I talk about the group trips, it's like 3 and 4 people are there who decide where we want to go.
Mhm.
Everyone agrees, give their consent that yes, this is nice spot we have to cover, nice place we have to cover, and then the that 2 or 3 people, I mean, search whether from YouTube or from any other source, that what are the places that we have to cover, and then we reach there, and uh, as per planning, we cover all those places and enjoy there together.
So I remember I stayed in a beautiful homestay.
Oh,
That was amazing. So where are you all planning to stay in Darjeeling?
I mean, we find some hotel in budget.
Right.
So we after only reaching there, we would get to know that which place
You will
is
get
okay.
plenty of hotels then.
Yeah,
Now during this time, it is like the hotels would even offer greater discounts.
of course. So like 2 or 3 places are there in mind, maybe near the Mall Road, MG Road, or something.
Those are,
So
MG Road. I mean, do visit Glenaries. That's a nice place for breakfast. I mean, everybody goes there. That's a once in a lifetime experience. Do not miss to visit Glenaries.
yeah, sure.
And there are other places, I'm sure, that's up there on the card, right?
Yeah.
And how about do you travel? I mean, how about your baggages when you travel? Do you travel light, or do you prefer to travel with a lot of things? Because I am a person who uh, sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, Raj, I prefer to travel light. You understand this meaning? Travel.
Yeah, of course. I prefer that as well. Only if
In
there is,
day-to-day life also, Raj, if you give me
yeah,
too many luggages or baggages, I get pissed off. I mean, I would love to come back, twice, thrice, but I hope you understand.
yeah, of course. But like I explained to you that we visited a few places in off, I mean, maybe not off season, but of course, it is quite unique to plan winter places in winter. So because of that, we have to carry a little extra bag, maybe because of the winter clothes that becomes a bit
Sorry, Raj, I
heavier
could not understand the word which you said because of.
because of winter clothes.
Okay, because of winter clothes. Yes, then.
Yeah, it's not easy to carry the lighter bags,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but we try to manage as light as possible.
Hmm. I remember I was traveling to Manali, I think. So now it would be damn cold,
Yeah.
and this was around most likely in the month of first week of November, something way back. So
Okay.
what do I do now? So I planned to put on a thinner version of a jacket, and on that I put another one, so that reduces or putting the jacket
Yeah.
inside the bag. So you
Yes.
won't believe sometimes I am so crazy about. I have a phobia, Raj, of not carrying luggages and all that.
Okay.
I mean, it becomes a kind of a baggage for you, isn't it? It's a real time baggage.
Yeah. So I would like to share another thing that I recalled, that the
Please.
last time when we were about to visit and somebody suggested that you would face temperature in -degree, and then I thought, how would I carry the big thick jackets? So what I did, I took two inners, like the one that is the lighter one in recent the new one, and then one the thermocol. If I ever needed, I would put the thinner one, and from above that, I would put the thermocol as well. It would make me feel comfortable, and a light jacket from above.
Okay.
So, so I use that trick to make my bag lighter and to fight with the cold aspect.
And do you have a special kind of a baggage also? I mean, do you have you devised that kind of a system as well? That sometimes bag itself, Raj, they can add on to the weight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we put two, like a trolley bag and then a carry bag. A carry bag the lighter for a pure, I mean, just one or two clothes. So if I ever have to go on mountain,
Mm,
so the trolley would be in the hotel, and I would carry just one clothes with mine. I mean, on my backpack.
yeah. Okay. Raj, if I say that catch the travel bug, it's an idiom. Any idea about this idiom, bro?
Catch the travel bug.
Huh.
I do not have any idea.
Okay. If I say that
Should I
I,
guess?
I caught that, I'll give you a sentence, Raj. I caught the travel
Okay.
bug after my first solo trip to Darjeeling.
I mean, bug is related to interest here.
Absolutely, brother. Brilliant. You're so
Yeah.
intelligent. That's why I like you so much. To develop a strong desire to travel, actually, that's what it means,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Travel light, I think. Do you know this itchy feet, this idiom?
No, this is also new for me.
Ah, I'm happy that I'm sharing something new. This is what the idiom is, brother. Itchy feet.
Okay.
It means a desire to travel or move on, right? Like I can say that I think I'm getting itchy feet. I need to
Hmm.
plan a quick trip somewhere.
Like all of my friends, we have been discussing that earlier. When we had decided that one trip a year, but now it seems like 4 trips a year. So we get achieve it just in 2 months.
Superb, superb. So wonderful. So you understood the meaning, right?
Yeah.
And do we have a bit of time? I mean, so that I could have given you something else as well. Very interesting. You know, a breath of fresh air, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like this
Uh,
travel guide is a new breath of fresh air. What does it mean if I say that?
It simply means that it has changed the scenario. I was having something tough time maybe, but now this is a breath of fresh air for me.
Actually, it means right, something new and refreshing, brother.
Yeah,
Like if I say that visiting the countryside was a breath of fresh air as compared to the
yeah,
city life. That means
yeah.
it gives you a complete
Or maybe if I use it like this, that whole day I was quite busy and it was hectic day, but the evening when I visited the river bank of Ganga, it was a breath of fresh air for me.
lovely, brother, because something which is new and refreshing, that's what I
Yeah,
think that refreshes you, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay. If I say, Raj, how would you use past continuous tense? Just one sentence for sharing any past travel stories. Just past continuous tense. Should I give you an example, Raj? Then I, if I give you an
Yeah,
example,
I mean, I didn't catch your question.
I'm saying that let's focus on one particular aspect, just doing an activity with you where you are, you have to use the past continuous tense
Okay,
for sharing any
so
past travel anecdotes or stories, whatever.
yeah, so when we were hiking on Kedarnath, we were pretty sure that we are going to do it with quite energy. But just after a kilometer, all of us felt that pressure on our legs. And some of us were saying that it's good that we took that prop uh, stick. So because of it, it is easy for us that our heart is not feeling that much pressure. And
Raj,
by the end,
yes, brother, just review this sentence after the call because this may not. I mean, when you watch the recording, I'm sure you watch the recordings.
yeah, for sure.
Not that every sentence was in present, past continuous. You have to understand. You are bringing
Okay.
even present continuous in between. So, because I did not write, so I'm not able to. But I'm sure there were certain sentences which you need to review, brother.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
you said you began with were, then you added something that was the conjugation of the verb with the tense was correct for the first, and then again you shifted into present continuous, which you should not,
Okay.
because you are describing about the past.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Got it.
I
So
mean,
we will discuss
I
about
hope you
this.
understood. Like if I have to say that I was visiting Darjeeling last summer when I met an interesting person or I met an
Of,
interesting artist.
of course.
So this kind of thing. So I just do it these days with the learners to catch on with a fragment of a tense and